Okay, so Nathan, you also worked on doing final mixes of 7 songs or something like that in the last 2 weeks while I was gone. What was your experience of that?
So most of those songs had been like mixed a bit. So going back and listening to it, it had already been a few weeks, and I could hear when you take some time off, you can really hear what would stick out, what you missed, what you did too much of. Because when you're doing it for, hours consistently, your ears adjust to it.
Yeah,
So going back to it, I heard things, and I was like, oh yes, this, and it got to a point where I was like, okay, this is great.
yeah.
And so all of them kind of got to that point, and I did, even on the ones I didn't think I would do much on, I did more on,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, I got it to that place that really just fit.
Yeah, I found that when I was listening to it as well, it had been a few weeks since we listened to them, and my memory of what it sounded like was kind of different than what it really sounded like. I really didn't think it sounded as good in my memory as it did when you brought it back out and you really mixed it nicely. So it was exciting for me to hear it again and hear the mixes and hear all the balance because being in the room when we're producing, it's just that creative thing that goes. But then that whole kind of refinishing thing, I'm not in the room for that. And so it's like opening a birthday present when I
Oh,
get to
that's
have
cool.
it. It's really
Yeah.
fun for me. So anyway, I love the work that you're doing on my CD, my first CD of original songs. And it's a big deal for me, pouring my heart and soul into it. And I know you are too. So anyway, thank you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. It's a pleasure. I mean, but it's like opening for me. It's the same way, opening or sculpting, right? Like I'm
Mm,
sculpting it,
yeah,
and it's such a satisfying process.
awesome. Thank you, Nathan.